So here we are. Welcome to my new series, The Best Gyms in America. Stop number 1, the world famous Quads Gym.
There you go.
And we timed this. We actually didn't plan this. This is the owner, Dave. I call him Super Dave.
How you doing?
This guy's a legend.
Yeah,
this gym is legendary.
you guys are welcome.
So here we come.
I want everybody to come here with the mindset of having a really good workout. When people walk out the door, and I'll say, how did it go today? You know, they'll always say, I had a really great workout, and I'll say, good. It makes me feel good that you had a good workout. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's been my mindset for 45 years. I've been doing that my whole life, and you know, I just want people to come in here and just put their all into the workout and have a great workout. You know?
Well, I think, like when I think about, you know, I'm 47 now, and I think about some of the best times in my life. You got all your family stuff that you love, but when you come into a gym and you kind of leave it on the floor and you leave, there's a sense of accomplishment. There's an awesome feeling that you have when you walk out the door, and sometimes I almost feel bad like people don't feel that. And I think when you have a gym like this, it promotes that. It's not just like a Planet Fitness. You come in, you eat your pizza, do whatever, and leave. But when you come in, you walk out of here, and you feel like, and you're giving people the tools, all the equipment. You're giving them the atmosphere. It's just phenomenal. I mean, people coming in like nonstop. But
I always consider the people that come in here like kind of my extended family.
yeah,
You know, when I was in the suburbs and I had a gym in the suburbs before Tom died, you know, I always, I had an extended family out there, but I don't really get to see all those people. I do see them time to time or call on the phone because they're all still my friends. You know, it's like Eddie. I don't see Eddie very much anymore because he's so busy with what he's doing with Mark Bell and everybody. But you know, these people are all my extended family. They're people that they're like, sure, they're not like blood to you, but they're really close. You see them on a daily basis every day. If I saw you every day, me and you'd be sitting there talking on this bench every day probably, and just having
people
a good time.
probably rob you blind because you wouldn't even see what was going on. I'd be bugging you so much.
No, that's serious too. And then there's a side bench like this. This is a legend 2-in-1 leg curl like
Legend.
Yeah.
I just saw some legend stuff in Virginia Beach.
You can't go with these dumbbells. We got 4 more sets upstairs. Okay. Watch your step. You can always walk up here if you have to. Here's an old forearm machine.
Oh, look at this. Check this out.
Here it is here too. Here. Just got what you got to do is you got to set the pin on the side.
Okay. We're definitely going to try
Here's
that.
your true squat here.
True Squat. You guys may have seen me talk about these. Old True Squat. This is one of my favorite leg machines right here. We will be on this tomorrow.
This is home Ed Cohen, you know. So you got Ed Cohen in a lot of pictures. He's one of my best friends. 125 world records. Yeah, he's a good guy. No, that's okay. It's all right.
Now, you've had a lot of like famous people come in here. I mean, to you, they were just friends, but I'm walking around, I'm looking at the walls, and I see pictures of like Michael Jordan, and you've had a lot of. Talk about some of the well-known people that's coming in here.
Well, I mean, over the years, we've always had we always have strength athletes come in. Like I said, Ed Cohen, guys like that. He trained at our gyms for years since he was a young kid. But some of the people that have come in here, Henry Rollins came in here.
Oh yeah, very cool.
He's been here a lot. Michael Jordan's been here like 5 times. Lou Ferrigno's been in here. There's all the pictures that you see all over the walls are people that have 99% of them have been here. But over the years we've had a lot of Chicago Bear players come in here. A lot of pro basketball players come in here. Anthony Davis from the Pelicans now, who's with the Lakers. He came in here. He's so tall he couldn't get through the doors. He's like 7 foot tall. There's all walks of life. Besides like strongman guys. Mark Philippi, I told you he's been here before a lot of times, and I don't get to see him anymore because he's in Vegas.
Yeah.
But over the years we've always had a lot of really, really like yourself, well-known people that people know, and like yesterday when you first came in, people were coming downstairs and said, "Is that John Meadows up there?" I go, "Yeah." And I go, "How do you know John Meadows?" "Well, I follow him and this and that." I said, Yeah, I'm sure if you go up to him, he would take a picture, which I said right now he's doing a little bit of filming up there. You really can't bother him while he's filming, but I'm sure when it's all said and done, he would take a picture with you, you know what I mean? So, but, you know, slam balls, all kinds of stuff. Here's some Rich Soren stuff, Sorenex.
Yeah.
I'm good friends with the guys from Atlantis.
Oh, you got a pendulum squat, huh?
I got a pendulum squat upstairs, but the pendulum squat is made by Gibson.
Okay.
They're in Michigan. And then this is a lateral raise, you know, like if you want to do
nice stretch.
Yeah, but we're going to go, this is another legend piece. You can do it with your abs and stuff like that. This is a Carlson Gracie school, so we have, you know, Carlson Gracie Jr.'s in here quite a bit.
Oh, nice.
So, you know, father passed, you know that. So,
Yeah.
So he's not around anymore. When you get upstairs, you're going to kind of like know what the gym's all about. You go first. You guys
All
go
right.
first. Am I going to get a picture from my wall?
Yes, sir.
I want to see
How do you feel? Pretty good?
I feel ready.
But,
Who's some of the, like when I think of this gym too, I always think of Eddie Cohen. I think he's like attached to this gym. Who's some of the hardest workers that have trained here through the years? Like when I ask you that, like who are two people that just pop in your mind? Like, man, this guy works hard.
well, I mean, in the old days, you know, I always had, we were talking about this earlier today, you know, and when we were in Thornton, Illinois, we had skylights in the roof, so it was a really good thing to take pictures, right? You know, and the mirrors were good and everything, but I mean, what it was is we had a series of like 20 guys that were there, and you know, and it was like a leg day, and so when they got done, they were all like, you know, showing their legs. I mean, guys like Larry Bernstein and John LaRue and Mike Ondo and Tim Bell, and these guys were all, you know, in the Mr. Americas. I mean, they didn't go further. Probably the only, not now, but I mean, in the past, in the Southside Gym, the only guy that really became a pro was Mike Winters, but he never really went far as bodybuilding. But I mean, there's a lot of pros that come in here now because you know, a lot of people are getting pro cards now. It's not like it was before. You know, I mean, where it's very So, but I mean, those guys were all very hard workers. They came in to do their job. They were like you. They were guys that came in and they wanted to get after it. You know what I mean? And guys that come in here now, I'm trying to think of some of the people that. There's a lot of guys that come in here that may not be bodybuilders, but they're, you know, they're powerlifters that come in here, and they like Cameron. This is his office right here. He's a trainer here, and you know, he gets after it. You know, and he competed many times in his life, and he's a really good trainer. So you know, he pops up in my mind, and he's just a really strong kid, and I call him a kid because I'm old and he's 50, so I'm 67. So I can call you guys a kid. You
call me
you
kid
know?
too, then. All right.
Ready,
What? Go.
Oh, look at this.
It's amazing. Would never know looking at the front how big this place is. Holy cow.
Calves.
It goes on forever.
I'm always happy to walk in and see calf equipment.
Here's a cool model of if you want to have your dumbbell work.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was.
Well, you can always, you know, you got to pull this away. This you got to move this out of the way. So you got room. Now you just pull the weights right over the top of your chest, over spotting you.
Nice.
You know, people want to do like heavier dumbbell work. You got handles, thick handles. These are all Nebula dumbbells here. And then we got urethane dumbbells over here. You know, and then over here is pro style dumbbells over here. And over there is more hex dumbbells over there.
I'll take this out. This is a nice rowing machine right here.
That's Nebula.
That's a nice piece right there.
There's upside down leg press over there.
Got a vertical.
Yeah, there's another leg press over there. There's two more leg presses over there.
Oh, is that looks like the
It's
one
like
that
it's like
Rogers did one of those.
yeah, it's like well, the pendulum squat's over here. Rich Soren's made this for me, it's for hip thrust, but we have a hip thrust machine downstairs too.
Okay.
Yeah. We're real well known for all our bars and stuff too, because we got a lot of fat bars and a lot of Hatfield bars and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Look at all the T-bars here. I guarantee there are people here.
We have 2 reverse hypers. We got the old style one, and then we got the new one, and then we also got 2 new hams, one upstairs and one downstairs. This is all out of the stuff here. Some old balls. There's a belt squat over there. There's 2 Smith machines over there. There's a super pullover, but then there's a hammer strength pull over there.
There it is, a power squat.
Yep.
There it is.
Yep.
The Rogers power squat.
We got like 12 hamstring machines. You said you went like stride, right?
What is like? What are you most proud of with this gym? Like, for you to do this long, number one, you have to enjoy it, and you obviously do. What do you feel most proud of with this gym? What is it about this?
Well, what I feel most proud of is, like I said before, is that every day I aim to please and make this place better in some way or another. You know, and I want people to come in here and just have unbelievable workouts, and that's what I'm proud of. I'm proud that I also carried it on after Tom died. Tom died 16 years ago, and we were partners together, and he passed away, and and he was my best friend. And for a long time, I kind of, like, people were saying to me, "Are you going to go out of business or whatever?" Because I didn't have very many shirts to sell. I didn't have very many drinks in the coolers, and I kind of lost a little bounce in my step. I was kind of to myself. I was kind of quiet because I have 2 sisters, and Tom was like my brother. And so when you lose a guy that was only 49 years old and he passes away, you kind of lose your drive. What you're here for. But I've got that back now, and it's really weird, but it's like on one shoulder I feel Tom's over here, and over here my mom and dad who are passed away are over here, and and they're telling me to keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like I'm always looking at. I got my eyes on like 5 pieces of equipment that I'm really looking into, that there are extreme pieces that I want to get. And it might be something that William Strength builds or Louis Simmons builds or whatever. But I mean, like I said, do we really need to have more than the 12 hamstring machines that we have in here?
Yes.
No, we don't. But
I say yes.
Yeah, but I'm a junkie, for equipment, but I want things that not only look pretty.
Yeah.
I want things that work, and that hit the muscle in the right way. I'm all about variance. I'm all about grips on our handles. People say how many. I tell them that we have like 150 handles. Rowing, lat pull downs, and tricep handles, because they're all different. Shapes and sizes. And you can hit the muscle in different fashions and different ways.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
we were on some of the machines yesterday, and I was talking about the grip here.
Oh yeah, sure.
Like that, I get bored easy. So for me, like, to have different options, it's exciting to me.
Yeah.
And I walk in here and I see all these options, and I'm just like, my mind's blowing. I'm like, this is awesome. This is what I live for.
I remember.
Oh, I love stride.
Stride. We got stride, no stride piece. You can see in the room.
Check this out. Is this
This is a lying pullover?
No. This is a rotator cuff machine.
Oh, I was wondering, like,
Say, for instance, if you wanted to say you don't have a really good range of motion, you can just pull this in. Okay.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Both sides.
Can you remove that, Dave?
No, absolutely not. Just showing them, that's all. We got about 9 or 10 back pieces in here, and another 9 or 10 chest pieces.
Here's a rear delt machine. Last time I saw one of these, it was a Venice Gold.
4-way neck machine over there, a jammer. Got 2 jammers. We've got one here and one over there.
What's a jammer?
Jammer's like if for a lineman,
Oh, yeah.
You
Okay.
want to,
Okay.
or you can do over here. You can do upright rows. It's not really a jammer. It's like it's like a double, pull up. You can do like upright rows or whatever you like.
Very cool. Oh, this is an old school press here too.
Now you know what? We have another hammer one down. It's painted silver, but it's just for triceps. And then there's one over there that I built over there. That's for triceps too.
Oh, right here.
Like this one. Yeah, right there.
Oh, that looks sweet.
Yeah.
We do that today too.
Yeah. There's 2 restrooms downstairs. bathroom here too.
Upstairs?
No, yeah, I'll show you. I'm gonna take you right to it right now. Sorry, I'm going too slow, guys.
No.
I remember one day I picked Chris Cormier up from, he was staying at a hotel downtown Chicago. He was here for something. I don't know what he was here. Maybe it was club industry or whatever. So he called me on the phone and he just said, Dave, you can give me a lift? I said, sure. And he was staying at the Four Seasons Hotel downtown. And he came down here, and when he walked in his door, he said, this is the place I'd like to train for Olympia, where nobody would bother me, and come here. And many people have said it, even like Flex Lewis said it to me. Yeah. He said, if I had this place to train and nobody would bother me, I'd love it. You know, when he was filming in it with Richard Gaspari, but you know, I mean, it makes you feel good because you know maybe you're doing your part, and you're making the right moves and getting the right equipment, and treat people with respect. You know,
absolutely.
I'm all about respect. I came from a Marine father, so I mean, you know, it's all about being respectful to others and treat people with, you know, in the best way you can. You know, so you know. And then this is kind of some cool stuff here.
Okay.
You know, we're Delt. You know, like here's a one-arm row. It's a real cool lat pull down. You can't put a lot of weight on it, but it really is really good. And there's like for doing French curls, you know, preacher bench. This is the newest ab machine by. All our ab stuff is downstairs. You know, like on that platform. There's you know John Perlo's stretching equipment. You know, pre-cord and.
You know, I was a pro. I was back in the late '80s and early '90s.
Well, he's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
He's in Fairfield now. I think Fairfield. He was in Cincinnati. I know his wife real good too, Dominique. She's really nice too. So she's a super nice person. Yeah, it's a 3-in-1 chest, and then this is a 3-in-1 here. It's a 3-in-1 shoulder.
Nice.
Yeah. Suppose you know you want to do like, you know, you want to do a seated bent lateral right here. You know, right here. And then if you wanted to move this to the front and do upright rows, and then you got shoulder presses too. So.
Oh, that could make for a heck of a superset.
Yeah.
One right after the other, right?
Yeah, whatever you want. See, at one time we didn't have the downstairs, so if you notice, all the outlets are up high. So we had an L counter in here that went like this. When Michael Jordan used to come in here, this is where I sat.
Okay.
There was no mirrors in here, and the counter went around, and that was all coolers there. But then the golf shop went out of business, so we took the downstairs over.
Okay.
So then we've been downstairs for about. This gym is 30 years old. I've been in business 45 years, but we went downstairs about 20 years ago and built the counter downstairs, and then we put more equipment up here.
So this is phenomenal. This gym, like you can just tell, there's some awesome people that do it. But I tell you, I think a lot about a legacy. Me personally, I want to leave a legacy, and I'm working hard on that, and I'm trying to do the right things. And you are leaving a phenomenal legacy. Everything you're doing. The impact you're making on people is what I want to do. Is what I want to do.
And you are doing that.
Is that Paramount really out of order? I can't figure out what's wrong.
Yeah, we got a part disorder that'll be here Monday. It goes on the outside where that pin goes through.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it'll be up.
Okay, cool.
Sorry about that.
That's all right, no problem.
You got it.
But you're the legacy that you're leaving is phenomenal, and I appreciate the opportunity to come in here.
You know what? You're always welcome to come here.
This is this makes my weekend.
No.
And
you got to keep in touch with me because we love your products, and I think that we'll hang a banner up in here and we'll start getting those three that I'm really excited about. Maybe a protein also when you get that going.
Yeah.
And you stay in touch with me, and if we can do some good for you, we're all about that too. So
I appreciate that.
You got it, buddy.
Thank you.
You got it, buddy. God bless you,
very
man.
much.
You got it, buddy.
All right.
You got it.